Guess what today is? It's my ER day. Woo! I got my box in the mail, finally. Usually I like to order in the beginning of the month, but this month I had to wait till the middle of the month. And I highly suggest moving your ER order to the beginning of the month because nothing's out of stock at the very beginning of the month, and nothing is on back order at the very beginning of the month. And now that I've waited to the middle of the month and I'm getting my ER order at the very end, Sniffles is on back stock, and so is the diaper wipes. So I'll get them, or if they can't get them to me, there's just no way I'll get a credit for them. But it's a little bit disappointing when you get your ER order and not everything you want is in it. So, if you have the ability to, I strongly suggest putting your ER order at the beginning of the month, not waiting. That way you would have all the oils instead of just some of them. Sniffles was out of stock, back ordered, and that's the one kid scent I don't actually have that I was actually looking forward to. And the diaper wipes were out of stock. And yes, I know I don't have a baby, but are you guys using these diaper wipes? Here's a secret. I'm really lazy at night. Like when I get home and we're settled in for the night and dinner's done and I'm doing my oily work and my business work and catching up and hanging with the kids, this makeup stuff, I am too lazy to take it off. I don't know what it is. I know I'm not the only one out there. You know, all of us lazy makeup removers unite. But the diaper wipes are totally easy to use in place for that. Usually I make my own little makeup removers. I need to do that, add it to my to-do list, but in place of that, I've just been using the diaper wipes. They smell good, they've got lavender, they got Frank, that's stuff I put in my diaper wipes anyways. And honestly, we all love our thieves, hands down. We love our thieves, but sometimes I want a little bit different smell. So I have the thieves spray and I usually take it with me everywhere, but sometimes it's nice to have that clean baby fresh floral lavender Frank scent instead of the thief scent. Just a change. I've been keeping them in my car where I would usually use thief spray for the sticky mess. We've been using baby wipes. So you don't have to have a baby. I don't have a baby, but I'm loving the baby wipes. I'm going to put them on my order every month, I think, and just hound them, hoard them, keep them all to myself, or share them. Anyways, I didn't get my baby wipes. I didn't get my Sniffles. Again, if you have the ability, move your ER orders to the beginning of the month so that you're not sitting here sad because you don't have all your orders. They're coming. I actually looked it up on my virtual office and they're on their way. So I'm not that sad. When I'm excited to open them, I want them all of them, all at once. But let's talk about what I do have in my ER order. And I want to talk about the oils that I have on my order every single month. Every month, I don't even ever take them out of my cart. First one is Peace and Calming. Every month, Peace and Calming. I diffuse this at night. I'm not a bad sleeper. I sleep just fine, but I find that Peace and Calming sometimes helps with the dreams and sometimes just brings me to a deeper level of sleep. Plus, it's one that I share a lot. It's really good for people who are struggling with the emotions of going back to school, and it supports the limbic system, and the emotional support from it is amazing. And Peace and Calming is one that Tiana uses a lot, and it goes in her diffuser as well. So every month, without a doubt, Peace and Calming. I just don't go without it. And the same goes for Valor. If you're not using Valor, you're missing out. Have you ever smelled Valor? It's like woodsy, but floral. It's really weird. It's like a woodsy floral scent. Anyway, it's really nice. A lot of people wear it for perfume because it smells good. But the emotional impact that comes from Valor, the increased self-confidence, the mood boost, the I can do anything attitude is amazing. And it actually works. My kids use this before big projects presentations, their 4-H competitions. Anytime that they feel like they just aren't as confident as they want to be, out comes the Valor. Without a doubt, out comes the Valor. And I carry it with me at all times. I share it a lot. It's one that a lot of people ask about. And without a doubt, every month, Valor. Valor, Peace and Calming, and The Gift. So I think you guys have probably already heard this before, but I heard from a little birdie that Mary Young herself uses The Gift in her moisturizer And if it's good enough for Mary, it's good enough for me. Have you seen Mary? She looks like 20 years younger than she actually is. It's amazing. And so when I'm 80, I want to look 60. When I'm 60, I want to look 40. So I am putting all of my faith in the gift. It's a blend. It has a lot of biblical oils, sacred frankincense, myrrh, I think neroli's in it, jasmine, northern lights, black spruce, vetiver, cistus. It has a power-packed ability to not only make you feel comfortable in front of the mirror as we get a little bit older, but it's also a huge emotional oil, very grounding. A lot of people use it for meditation. A lot of people use it when they're just feeling blah. And I find that every morning when I use my Art moisturizer, just one little pump, one little drop, apply it to my face. Not only am I feeling good about the products I'm using, but it really does kind of prepare me for the day. I can smell it. After my first cup of coffee, I can still smell it. So once I get that coffee in me, I'm pretty good to go, but the gift gets me there. And it's on my order every single month because I'm not the only one using it. Sammy and Tiana, or at least Tiana, is consistently using it as well. So when she's 40, she's going to look 20. We wish, right? How awesome would it have been when I was 17 and I had amazing products that were all natural and good for me in so many ways. I wish I would have known it when I was younger, and I am pretty stoked that my kids are now reaching for Young Living essential essential oils instead of what I reached for, because I'm hoping that when they get to be my age, some of the things that I'm struggling with, they're not going to. They're not reaching for over the counter. They're not reaching for ways to alleviate and support their systems. They're using oils. And when they're older, that's going to make a huge difference in how their body reacts to things. I'm really excited for that. But moving on. The other thing that I restocked was Belief. Now, you guys know I'm a huge Frances Fuller fan. A lot of things that I put in the Essential Temple are right off from Frances Fuller's website and her blog, and this is her #1 oil. It is amazing. I use it every day, just like she does. I don't do it because she does. I do because I tried it, and I was like, wow, this is a very vibrationally high oil that I really resonate with. Everybody has oils that they really resonate with, and this is it for me. And when I was at the Bigfoot Festival, this was the oil that I said Bigfoot would be using if he was a Young Living user, and he might be. We don't know. But everybody kind of chuckled because Believe is very woodsy. It has a lot of trees in it, and it promotes the feeling of believing in the unbelievable or the unknown. It's also a big self-confidence booster. A lot of people giggled at that at the Bigfoot Festival, and this bottle is actually going off to somebody else. I ordered it for myself, but at the Bigfoot Festival somebody asked if I could order it for them, and so bye Believe. I gotta order myself a new one now because this one is going to somebody else, and I hope that they love it as much as I do. And if you are sitting there in your ER going, what do I add? Man, I don't know what to add. Add some Believe. You won't be sorry. Actually, add Believe, Peace and Calming, Valor, The Gift, any of those. Actually, add this one, Idaho Blue Spruce. Restocking for me. It's an oil that I am never without. I absolutely love it. It is a very high frequency. It's very grounding. It's very emotionally supportive. I love the smell of it. My family loves the smell of it. It goes straight to the limbic system, which is the system that supports your emotion and how your body breaks down emotions. And if I didn't know that, I would still be using this all the time because I love it. It smells awesome. For anything, sometimes you just choose oils because they smell good. In the diffuser, sometimes I just choose oils because they smell good instead of using them for a purpose, because sometimes I just want the house to smell good. And this is definitely one that we reach for a lot. We love it. Then, dental floss. It was my personal promotion to give an oral kind of start to Young Living if you ordered through me. And so the new oily family members that I enrolled myself got toothpaste and dental floss and some orange and some goodies, and I was out of dental floss, so I had to restock. Have you used the Thieves Dental Floss? I didn't actually know there was Thieves Dental Floss for a really long time. So I use it now. My kids use it now. It tastes like Thieves. So after you brush with the Thieves toothpaste and you use the Thieves mouthwash and you use the Thieves Dental Floss, you just can't possibly have a fresher, better cared for mouth than that. Also stocked up on Thieves Spray. These go in my kids' backpacks when they're traveling with their sports teams in the bus, and when they go into those nasty restrooms at the side of the road, or even in other locker rooms in other schools. My kids know to use the Thieves Cleaner and the waterless hand purifier, and so I'm restocking on the Thief Spray. If you haven't used the Thief Spray, it's really good for grocery carts. It's good for just putting in your purse, wiping down tables at a restaurant, seats, airplanes, anything that I don't know, it always kind of feels weird for me to be taking out the thieves and spraying things down, but I do it because it's what's good for us. And a lot of people ask about it after I'm done. They're like, oh, what's that smell? And I'm like, sorry, it's my cleaner, a little bit weirded out by the possible germs, and it's a great conversation starter. So pick up some Thief Spray, put it in your purse, use it. I mean, you can't go wrong. And then this month I also picked up some things that I am starting to hoard for the holiday season and for the upcoming season. Christmas Spirit. If you haven't tried Christmas Spirit, there's not a lot of people that don't like Christmas Spirit. It's very similar to Thieves, but it has a tree thrown in there, so it smells just a little bit like Christmas trees and cookies and everything all into one. If you are a fan of Christmas Spirit, you want to probably start ordering it now. Generally around November, December, it starts going out of stock. Sometimes they even offer it as a promo, and then it definitely goes out of stock because they're promoting it, and we use it even outside of Christmas. It's another one that we use a lot in our house. We really like the smell of it. It's really emotionally uplifting. You just hang it around the house and your house just smells like a cinnamon tree. You just can't go wrong. But if you like it as much as we do, you need to start ordering it now to make sure that you have a stockpile so that you can make it through the holiday season without going out of stock. And the other one I did was the cough drops. So I have the Thieves lozenges, and it tastes very much like Thieves, and that's totally awesome too. But it's really better for supporting just the soreness, supporting a throat that just isn't feeling very well. And now that we can say cough drops, I'm pretty excited about that. Cough drops, we can say cough. Long time, those of us who've been here for a while knew that it was really hard to talk about cough drops without using the word cough, but now we can. And these ones have a little bit different than the Thieves because they have peppermint, they have some menthol to them, and we can say cough suppressant. And we in the past have used the lozenges because there wasn't a cough drop available, and now we're going to try the cough drop this year because even the most healthy of families inevitably just have that tickle in the back of the throat when everybody else starts getting sick. Even for preventative purposes, you can't go wrong with Thieves and peppermint, and we're going to give it a shot. But you also need to start ordering that now because I'm going to guarantee that probably once school gets started and once everybody starts calling in sick and once classrooms start dwindling down because kids are staying home, those cough drops are going to go out of stock. So think ahead a little bit in your ERs and try to play the roulette game of what's going to go out of stock that I don't want to be without, and make sure that you have enough to get you and your family through, and don't just depend that Young Livy is going to be able to put it back in stock really quick, because sometimes that doesn't happen. But now let's talk about the freebies. So I put in a 300 PV order, which means I got the full freebies, which is a whole heck of a lot of freebie oils. And I'm familiar to all of them except for this one, Envision. This is a new oil to me, and I get really excited when I get a new oil because when you've been using oils as long as I have, you've been picking up oils for years, and it's kind of unusual to get one that you don't already have, and Envision is one I don't really have, and I had to do the research on it. So this is one that you want. I'm going to diffuse this next week. I choose an oil every Sunday to diffuse for the next coming week while I'm asleep, and I'm going to use Envision. I'm hoping to open up my mental window and look at some of the internal things that I'm struggling with right now, and hopefully Envision is going to help me with those roadblocks and help me vision myself moving forward. So if I'm totally, a new person next week, you're going to know, Envision, I need to get some of that. I also got the lemon. Lemon's good for everything. You can never have too much lemon. So when other people are like, lemon as a promo, I don't need lemon. Yeah, you do. You can never have too much lemon. I use it to clean with. We use it diffusing all the time. I give lemon away all the time. So yeah, you need lemon. Everybody needs lemon. When those common promos come up, don't just wrinkle your nose and go, another lavender. I don't really need another lavender. Yeah, you do. Lavender's good for everything. If you're not using lavender all the time, then you are not using it right, because lavender is good for everything. And if you want to share oils, lavender and lemon are the most common ones people are asking about. So share them. Didn't cost you anything extra. It was a freebie. So share it. Next, Clarity. Clarity is one that diffuses in my house quite a bit during this school year, especially during finals time. We'll just put the diffuser next to the couch, and you'll have all of my kids on their laptop sitting on the couch, and they're all just inhaling this Clarity as they're trying to study, because its job is to really increase your focus, really kind of bring that mental stamina up to par, and that's what's needed when you're in high school and you have all these expectations and these hard classes and you're trying your hardest to stay above. Clarity helps with that. Hands down, it's awesome for that. You can ask any of my kids. They will tell you. Citrus Fresh is another one that we were excited to get as a promo, because I end up buying it every couple months anyways, and now I have a stock. We use it a lot, actually. I'm pretty sure that Citrus Fresh and Rosemary are diffusing right next to me right now. It's a very clean smell. It is also really good for cleaning, and you just can't go wrong with Citrus Fresh. Some people put it in their water. I'm not a huge water Citrus Fresh drinker, but I hear that you can, and that it's a little bit different than lemon. So try that if you're looking for something new for your water. And now we have the Kids Scents minus the snifflies. Tummy Jies, Owie, Genius, and Sleep Ease. I don't really use the Kids Scents that much. My kids are older, so they can use oils neat as needed. But we did use Genius a lot last year. It was really good for a roll-on to put across the forehead, and it doesn't smell as strong. So my kids didn't mind using it in school. So they could roll it on their wrists, they could roll it behind their ears and get the impact, but not so strong, already diluted, and it didn't hurt their sensitive skin. The Tummy Ease is a lot like Digize, but already diluted, a little bit different combination of oils, a little bit more easy for sensitive bodies and sensitive skin. Owie is what we would use Melrose for. We use Melrose to help clean out any of those scrapes or burns or anything that comes up from kids who are being kids, but Owie is already diluted, and so we have a bottle of Owie, and I don't know why we weren't using it, but I put it in my son's backpack because he needs it more than anybody else, and so he's going to start using Owie. And then Sleepy Ease I have not used again. I don't really have a struggle with Sleepy time, but I know that a lot of people are using it, adults and kids alike, in their diffuser as they go to bed. So when I'm done with the Vision, I just might try some Sleepy Ease or Sleepy Eyes. I don't know how that's said, but I'm excited for that. And that was my collection. I am hoping that you guys got some of these oils too, and that we can discuss how you're using them, because I'm not the know-it-all, and I know there's tons of recipes out there, so help me out. How are you using some of your oils? And if you have an ER order, feel free to make a video, take a picture, show us all what you're ordering, because there are months where I'm sitting in front of my ER going, what am I going to add now? And you could be my inspiration. Please be my inspiration. And I hope to see some of you very soon.